So it's 5-5. Climate, let me know when to start.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
We'll just wait for a minute and then we can start. Few more seconds.
Okay. Uh, I think it would be Samriddhi there. Samriddhi, I was not able to hear you clearly. So is it my net down or other participants can tell me whether my audio is clear in chat box?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, I'm clear. Fine. I could not hear you very much clearly, so I was just confirming. Okay. So by the time the other participants join, so thank you once again for joining today's class. I hope it is useful, whatever has been covered so far, and and hopefully today we'll have it's very important topic, but we'll cover maybe in 45 minutes to 1 hour, and would have enough time for other things on Sunday. Mhm. So Samriti, participants can unmute also, or you need to allow them.
They can unmute, sir. They can.
Okay, okay, fine, thank you.
Okay, I think we can get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about medical review of promotional materials, and Ronak sir would be guiding us through this session. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today, and over to you.
Thanks, Samriddhi, and thanks, Climate Curio, and thank you everyone once again for being here. So today's topic is medical review of promotional content. Is the slide visible?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, fine. Thank you. And as always, I don't have access to chat box. It's not open, so you or any participants can unmute if my uh, video audio is not clear. So important disclaimer, uh, it is there in every meeting, but once again, so all opinions, comments, views, content are personal or based on references in public domain or with some help of AI platform, and also based on my understanding. So even though it is available in publicly, but whatever I say is my understanding, it does not mean that the document exactly tells the same thing. So whenever we need to follow something, we should follow documents, not only my understanding. And whatever I talk uh, today or any time, it is based on personal experiences, not based on my company policy or past company policy or practices. Um, Today we'll have some example from public domain only. So it is not about anything is right or wrong. What a couple of example I picked up from the internet, and we would discuss it out. But doesn't mean that it is about that product or that company. It's just for example. It's very important. So anyone, what is promotion of drug? Uh, anyone would like to unmute and share? What do we mean promotion of a drug or promotional content of a drug? What does that mean?
It contains
Okay,
uh,
brochures.
brochures or newsletters or leaflets
Okay.
As this, if a new molecule, then it has a mode of action, how it is going to work, dosages, and yeah, all these things would be there with indication.
Okay. Good, Alina. Many things you covered. But what is promotion of a drug? So I think you covered a bit about examples of few example of promotional materials as well. What should be there in there, the promotion, but what exactly promotion means? Anyone else? Okay, let's get
But,
started. Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
I,
Carrie.
yeah, promotion is like making the customers and the doctors aware of your product.
Right, Dr. Sangam. Yeah, thank you. And also, participants, while I go ahead in this uh, session, so you can just right now rate your understanding on today's topic out of 1 to 5. You can just put in chat box. 1 being lowest, 5 being highest. Like, how do you rate yourself about this topic, medical review of promotional materials? So you can put in your chat box your understanding. It is 1, it is 2, it is 5, it is 4, it is 3. So thanks, Alina, thanks, Dr. Sangam, and thank you, the participants who have uh, put in chat box some comments. So thanks, Alina, Joy. Okay. So WHO way back in 1988, and uh, I think that's a typo. I think 1919 it was 1998, but whatever. In last century, last century only, the WHO also defined something: ethical criteria for medicinal drug promotion, endorsed by the World Health Assembly. Sorry, World Health Assembly. Promotion refers to all informational and persuasive activities by manufacturers and distributors, the effect of which is to induce the prescription, supply, purchase, and or use of medical drugs. So this is what often we talk about. We are all students at some point of life. Now also some of would be studying. So the textbook definition of promotion is as per World Health Assembly, to any all informational or persuasive activities done by manufacturers or distributors, and the effect of which is to induce the prescription. So eventually, manufacturer or distributor wants the doctor to write prescriptions or to supply, purchase, and or use of medical drugs. So that was the criteria. Now, whenever you appear for any interview in terms of medical affairs, or also in general, you should be aware that um, India has also one code, country specific, UCPMP code 2024 is a version, and it would be updated. Uh, so it is the full form of Uniform Code of Pharmaceutical Marketing Practices. It governs how the company should uh, promote the drug, how industry should engage with the doctor, what kind of association can be done, what kind of remuneration can be given to doctor, when it can be given, and the fair practices of to be followed by pharmaceutical company. So in terms of uh, those who are already in this kind of work profile, so basically our uh, Gita Bible or Harrison or KD Tripathi on this topic is UCPMP code 2024. Luckily, it is not very big document, a few pages only, less than 10, but there would be always, nothing covers everything, and there would be gray areas also. But it's very important that you should be aware of this name. If you are going to appear for interviews, the name is fine. If you are already in job, in this kind of job, you should be thorough with this code. So it governs all activities uh, about promotional content, promotional literature, about ethical practices, about how industry can work with doctor or some societies, and what are the tick marks to be done. Uh, so if you are okay, you can go ahead and this do activity examples of promotional activity. Some of you have been told by few of the colleagues already. So you can write a few example of promotional activity, and it's already been discussed by one of the colleagues. So as always, to maintain the interaction, you can go to ahslides.com and code is 980H4, or you can scan this QR code and give response. Literature, poster, newsletter, leaflet, nice. Slide deck, brochure, website, DIL, TPL, newsletter, CME, conference, doctor visit, journal article published, newspaper, social media, okay, TV advertisement of 40C, good. Brochure, leaflet, information on website, PIL, leaflet, brochure, TPL, leave behind, Instagram, okay. Okay, so fine, let's carry on, no problem. Drug information leaflet, yeah, so fairly okay. Few last seconds. Those who are writing can complete writing. E-poster. Okay, fine. Thank you as always for giving inputs, and they're really good inputs. So kudos to you. So just to example, and nothing is right and wrong, but the more relevance I'll talk about. So basically, the one is visual aid or promotional aid. You have been to doctor visit. You have been doctors. A variety of medical rep you have seen personally or at the pharmacies or at the doctor clinic when you are going for visit. So first and foremost thing is visual aid or promotional aid. Earlier, they used to carry a kind of calendar kind of thing or diary kind of thing or a booklet where there were uh, product name and related information on each pages. Nowadays, most of the companies, at least big companies, have digital kind of iPad or something kind of devices where MR will show that and detail the product. So first, um, and so promotional content or promotional literature is one of the basic and most important thing is visual aid. So um, so for a MD medicine, it's a stethoscope. For MR, it is a visual aid. It is a core to his art. They will keep that content always with them. It's a bread and butter for them, visual aid, through which anything they discuss. Leave behind leaflet, you talked about it. So anything promotional things they are leaving behind at doctor's cabin. Visual aid also they can leave, but it is always earlier also it used to be very heavy in physical form. Now also it is digital form. So now they don't leave it behind. So sometimes they leave behind some couple of documents with brand names. So yeah, sorry. Um, okay. Brand reminder cards. So usually brand reminder card is also part of leave behind leaflet, but leave behind leaflet generally has some content, some claim also. Brand reminder card usually contains brand name only. That's all, and generic name. Digital content with brand also. So the major point of discussion here is that anything once the product brand name is mentioned, it is called a promotional content. So that's one message to you. Anything and anyhow and everything which has a promotional brand name on that content, on that material, it is considered promotional drug, promotional literature. There are monograph also. So a product is being introduced and companies do prepare monograph uh, about how the product looks, even product photo would be there. Um, and then all the big list, indication, composition, uh, where does it fit according to guideline or according to expert consensus, all clinical evidence, side effects, contraindications. So in how to use and everything. Conference stand is So there are lot many pharma conference happens, or even within hospital conference happens. And then you have standee or kind of posters, kind of things, where again the display of the drug and its importance is being put there. Importantly, verbal claim also. So it's not only that whatever is uh, physical form, either in digital or in paper or in electronically, whatever verbally also MR or anyone from company talks, it is promotional material can be considered. So all these are few example of promotional material uh, in pharma industry. The most and basic one is visual aid. All will have. These are all optional or sometimes they will use sometimes. So these are all situational. But for any product, this would be always there. Yeah. So whatever we discussed today, it will be based on UCPMP code, my understanding, and also that ethical guidance shared by World Health Assembly in 1988. So promotion of the drug must be consistent with the terms of its marketing approval. So very important, CDSCO, SAC, DCGI, they will give certain indication to promote that drug into it, and also uh, other instructions. Suppose it is written by only to be prescribed by a oncologist, it can happen, or only a pulmonologist, or only by critical care specialist. So there are certain scenario it is written. The most common is RMP, to be prescribed by only registered medical practitioner. That also should feature on our promotional content. Okay, this or and that should also be promoted to only those specialty. Suppose it is written the nephrologist only. So then at that time, the drug should be promoted to only to nephrologists. So that is one thing. And also indication. So whatever um, it is mentioned as per CDSO SAC, indication statement, age group, and very important things are mentioned. So that we have to follow in totality, no deviation. So promotion of a drug must be consistent with the terms of its marketing approval. So whenever a company X want to promote a drug, they will ask for marketing approval from regulatory authority, and regulatory authority will give approval or reject approval. But when even they give approval, there will be certain things mentioned in that, and that should be followed in totality. A drug must not be promoted prior to receipt of its marketing approval from the competent authority authorizing its sales or distribution. So never ever a company has made a drug. Results are also maybe they have published, and they also approach regulatory authority for approval. So drugs should be started to be sold. No, it is a very uh, big crime, and legally a company can be sued very in big way. So any promotion happening has to happen after regulatory authority approval only. Now, other thing is that COVID or swine flu or any natural uh, or any pandemics happening at that time, sometime the regulatory authority also on based on limited data may grant approval. So again, the point is that first you get approved, even though it is in investigational phase, only limited data, but there is a need, but that you feel need, I feel need, but there are people in the regulatory authority who are the boss, who are the final decide maker. So sometimes drug can be promoted without completing phase 3 or without being testing in multi thousands of patients, but based on the emergency, the gravity of situation, the regulatory authority will first decide. So very important that marketing approval from the competent authority has to be there, and then only you can sell or distribute the drug. Now, other thing is that about all for innovator companies, they have many products in pipeline, some in phase 2, phase 3, some are near to launch. So again, medical affairs, especially MSL role is important here. So MSLs, again, uh, um, just a minute, give me 10 seconds, then 15 seconds. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Uh, so we were at last point. So you want a maximum weightage also once your drug is going to be launched. So that's why also medical team, MSL team, talk about the disease, the indications, the limited data available with that product, and only non-promotional manner. So this is what to do before launch. So again, no sales person is involved because you don't know also whether the drug will be launched or not. We don't have power um, on this competent authority. Whether they reject, whether they approve, nobody knows and when it's going to happen. But also in background, you need something, some awareness, some education, some KOLs to be aware of what is going to be there in next year or this year. Uh, and for again the medical MSL play a great role here for the pre-launch activity. So again, promotion of the drug must be consistent with the terms of marketing approval, never should be sold or distributed without marketing authority approval, without regulatory authority approval. So that's the message. Information about drugs must be balanced, up to date, verifiable. Um, for example, a certain diuretic or a certain antihypertensive was first line treatment in 2010, it doesn't mean that it is still the first line of treatment. So a drug Y, and it was a first line treatment in 2010 by most guidelines. Now the promotional material, and now it is changed, suppose. So now the promotional material of that drug cannot carry that claim that is a first line treatment of hypertension. So it should be up to date. Whatever claim you make, a 50% reduction in X endpoint, 30% better safety profile. So you are putting the data, and once data has been asked, so it must be verifiable. Uh, so nothing without any evidence. You can't do anything without evidence, no claim. Must not mislead either directly or by implication, then should not be misleading or uh, or half-meaning sentences or evidence. Accurately reflect current knowledge or responsible opinion, and must be capable of substantiation, which must be provided without delay at request of the members of medical and pharmacy professions, including members of the other professions employed in the pharma industry. So whatever promotional activity or message company gives should be balanced, up to date, verifiable, must not mislead either directly or by implication, accurately reflect current knowledge, and must be capable of substantiation. Yeah. So this we have discussed claims and comparison. Claims for usefulness of a drug must be based on the up-to-date evaluation of all available evidence. So suppose a drug has shown some better effect in a certain in one state or in one trial, but in other trial the results were maybe reverse. So suppose there was a comparison between drug A and drug B, and in one trial drug A was found to be better, but the same similar trial has been done with suppose similar number of patients, and both are good quality trials, and that drug A was not found to be better than drug B. So you can't claim that drug A is definitely better than drug B. So up to date evaluation of all available evidence, that's very important. Then what's safe? I cannot say the drug is safe drug. I cannot promote the drug as safe drug. The word safe must not be used without qualification. How to use, we will cover it later. So very important. Safe or 100% guaranteed, something like that. It should not be used without qualification, and it must not be stated categorically that medication has no side effects, no toxic hazards, or no risk of addiction. So that's also important. So claims should be up to date, considering all available evidence, not only one evidence, but in totality you have to see. That's just don't say that drug is safe. That should be some context provided. Also, like introducing new solution or introducing new medicine, certain it is also very marketing punchline, but you cannot say um, throughout your promotion. So word new must not be used to describe any drug which has been generally available or any therapeutic intervention which has been generally promoted in India for more than 1 year. So for first year of launch, uh, when market is nothing, you can talk about it as a new thing. But once it is there in market for 1 year, then you need to take back the new word from the promotional materials. So these are some guidance. Comparison of drugs must be factual, fair, and capable of substantiation. I do some trial and I prove that this drug is better than drug Y. So that happens a lot of things. Uh, so uh, or I do at one laboratory and I prove that uh, the dissolution profile of my brand is better than the other brand. But it should also be done at with multiple batches and at multiple places, independent places. Otherwise, don't just jump and claim that dissolution profile for my brand is better than the other brand. So that's again also, and if it's not proven, again, the opposite company as well as regulatory authority can have legal implication on the company which is making some claims. In presenting a comparison, care must be taken to ensure that it does not mislead by distortion, by undue emphasis, by omission, or any other similar way. So whenever comparison is done, just the company should not find any loophole to 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 take advantage of certain talking points. It has to be very much thoroughly comprehensive evaluation, and and after that only comparison should be made. Brand names of products of other companies must not be used in comparison unless a prior consent of the company's consent has been obtained. So very important. And this kind of example I have heard in industry. Again, like in India, it happens a lot because India is predominantly generic drug market. So how stronger antiplatelet efficacy of the drug, how stronger is the uh, uh, sugar lowering capacity of one drug and all. So there are many studies being done on brand level, like because all have same generic formulation, same dosage, same storage conditions and all. So now then company wants to prove that their brand is better in certain way over other. But again, if you want to use brand name of other company product in India, consent has to be there from other company. Company X wants to tell that my product is better than company Y's product. Um, so before putting in the promotional content, a mail, ideally consent has to be taken that, okay, we have done this study and this is what we have found, and it is the data available, and wait for some time. Uh, just inform them in writing, and after that you can take a decision, whatever is there. Other companies, their products, services or promotions must not be discouraged either directly or by implication. Uh, Even in FMCG or this kind of activity happens, they try to sometime one company will try to undermine the other company's efforts, other company's promotional activity, other company's drugs. That should not be done. You do what you have to tell about yourself. Don't talk about what others are doing. That's not of your job. That's a job of regulatory authority, and there are some committees available, like what other companies doing. So that's the job of other regulatory authority. The clinical or scientific opinion of a healthcare professional must not be disparaged either directly or by implication. Again, you have something, some product, some technology. Some doctors are not agreeing on that part. That's fine. You just can't bombard anyone forcefully or influence by any way. That whatever I'm doing, I have is that we are up to date and you don't have knowledge, or you don't have capability, or your opinion is outdated, something like that. So clinical or scientific opinion of healthcare professionals must be respected at all cost. So this is about claim and comparison. So comparison of drugs must be factual, fair, and capable of substantiation. In presenting a comparison, care must be taken that you are not misleading on any way. Brand name of other companies, if you want to put in your promotional literature, take consent of that company. Whatever they're doing, don't undermine other people's effort. You do your way. Yeah. And doctors' words are very much important. Their opinion is very much important. Just a minute. Sorry for a couple of disturbance today. Now, okay. So we have discussed what is promotion of a drug, uh, the examples of promotional activities or promotional content, promotional materials. Now, we also discussed when we are presenting some data in promotional content, what some limited information they should have or what care should be taken. Now, uh, a promotional material, say visual aid, what does it in? What should it include? So that is open for all. So it's a group learning, so it will be good exercise. So I'll go to next slide. So what content should a promotional material have? Suppose the MR is talking about one drug through his physical visual aid or through his iPad. What all content should the promotional material have? Just share your views and we'll discuss it. Indication, okay. Amount of essential element percentage, okay. API indication, generic brand name, dosage references, good. Brand generic name, indication, contraindication, side effects, storage, clinical studies, supporting claim, ADR, data why product is superior, sorry, in which product it is superior, mechanism of indications. Okay, let's move on. Thanks for respond precautions, black box warning. Nice. So great. Great inputs, everyone. So this is about UCPMP point I'm talking right now, and going ahead, we'll also cover what does World Health Assembly talked about, what the content should be there. So most of you have written, but I think most of you have missed this part of thing. Relevant drug, name and address of the holder of authorization for the drug. The brand name is there and other details are there, but who is marketing is not written. That's also not true, not allowed. So company X is promoting this product. So company X and his name and address of the product company should be there on the promotional material. Name of the drug, that is brand name, along with a list of active ingredient, that is mostly generic name. Placed immediately adjacent to the most prominent display of the name of name of the drug. So brand name is there. Immediately, generic name should appear in totality. So that's what the second point mentions about. Name of the drug, so consider brand name, but next to it, below it, immediately the complete generic name should be available. Recommended dosage, method of usage, and also if it's not clearly understood from product name, so method of administration also should be there. By oral liquid, oral tablet, oral capsules, capsules to be used by a dry powder inhaler device. So some capsules are there. They are put in a device, and it is then the inhalation is taken through device. The drug it goes to lungs. So very important. So very important dosage, how to use, and which way it should be used. Adverse reactions, warnings, precautions for use, contraindications. Most of you have written this thing. And also that statement that additional information is available on request in the date on which the above particulars were generated or last updated. So these all are very important, and it is based on UCPMP code I am putting it. So UCPMP mentions that who is marketing that product, what you are marketing, brand, generic name, what is the dose, what is the method of use, um, how to method of administrations, indications, adverse reactions. Now to mention everything in the VA would be difficult. So many times there are certain informations given by company, and there will be ABPI, abbreviated prescribing information, or there can be some link also if there is a digital thing. So basically all things would be there. So but everything cannot be put on a page. Otherwise there is no quality or even fun to a doctor. Why doctor should read everything when he doesn't want? He just want to see few things: brand name, generic name, uh, where in which indication to use, and what is the major benefit of the drug. Doctors also in in short time are concerned about that only, where they have to use, what they have to use, and how they have to use all these things. So nowadays some companies do mention ABPI at the down, 4 5 lines, summary of everything, summary, adverse event, warnings, precautions, safety profile in very small letter, or they give a link there, and whenever doctor wants to know in detail everything, so pop-up will open, and in that everything will be there. So basically there are ways to put all these things, but essentially these all things should be there in a promotional material as per UCPMP code, and UCPMP code is given by India. So this is applicable to all the companies who are marketing any product in India, any pharmaceutical product in India. Now, very important, brand endorsement with use of SCP name or photo is not allowed. You have a product name, a brand name available, and you put your doctor photo directly, indirectly. Even the doctor may have missed that he has given consent, but that's not allowed. It is company responsibility also that whenever brand names or branded things are going on, promotion is going on, do not involve doctor name or even photo in that literature. This is very clear. Whenever you see any scientific meeting invite, conference invite, the agenda will have doctor name if it's there. The brand name will not be there. It's a very high level practice being employed by all the companies. So brand endorsement with use of SCP name, photo not allowed, directly, indirectly, no, it's not permitted. So again, if someone asks you in your current company or when you go into this kind of role future and they ask about this kind of thing, it's not allowed. Mimicking other companies' practice not allowed. In late term, Coca-Cola tells the Thanda matlab Coca-Cola, the other other brand in future should not come and start Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. Simple. Even the packaging of the product or brand name also should not be copied like that. So anything is being already done by other company, the other company should not follow any of it. So promotional material must not imitate the devices, copy slogans, or general layout used by other companies in a way that it is likely to mislead or confuse. So when you review, now I'm coming to, so what the topic for today is that review of medical literature, promotional literature, medical review of promotional literature. So whenever you do review of promotional material, promotional literature from medical angle, in MNC, global MNC, there is legal angle, there is compliance angle, and medical angle, multiple way it is going on. In Indian companies, it is mostly a medical if gives go ahead. Usually it is considered that the marketing promotional material has been approved from all angles. So when you review it, you see everything that by directly, indirectly, doctor name or photo is not mentioned. It is not mimicking like movies "Ahan se Ahan tak," so some kind of slogan should not be there in your product for similar usage. So that is again medical responsibility comes. Even though it's a combined responsibility, medical marketing, but again, medical is part of reviewer. Medical has to give overall go ahead. So we have to be careful. We have to be make sure that these all things are there. Uh, we have to make sure that whenever comparison is mentioned, so this all should be taken care. Consent should be taken care, and all evidence should be updated. The whatever claim, first line of therapy or new drugs. So all these criteria should be checked, and then you should give a final go ahead for that promotional literature. The speed is okay, friends, or I'm going fast or slow.
Yes.
Okay, okay, fine. Thanks. Yeah. Validity of content, we covered this. Whenever appropriate, uh, the date of printing should be always put in the bottom or anywhere. A last review of promotional material. So as I talked about, something prepared in 2010, 2015, even 2024, it may not be valid in 2025. So usually the companies have criteria to keep some content valid for 1 or 2 years. And if the need required, they they review it and change the content. Suppose a major evidence comes up, very big evidence comes up, and they need to change positively or negatively. So that time they have to change it, the content. Otherwise, it's not relevant. It's a trust losing in the mind of doctor. If we talk about previous things and it's not no relevance, it is not useful to a doctor, not useful to patient's point of view, and also legal it's not good. So every yearly or twice yearly, the content should be reviewed and updated accordingly. So it's not that once I have prepared something, I'll use after 3 years without review. You can use it after 3 years, after 5 years also, if the information is still valid and it is still updated overall way. Like nothing new has come, no other trials have come, no other things from other company has come. So if it's applicable after 5 years also, you can continue, but you have to review and change the date accordingly that last updated in 2024 or June 2025 accordingly. And we have to mention that date. Very important, confidentiality of content. So we know that we have OTC drugs and we have only uh, drugs to be written RMP, registered medical practitioners. So any communications going to doctor verbally by some print material, some conferences, some digital material, some annual ops, must not carry matter which might be regarded as advertising to the lay public or which could be considered unsuitable for public view. Suppose you are in a doctor's clinic, a cardiologist clinic. There in the clinic, you will find lot many things what the doctor is offering um, about patient education material, about uh, what is MI, how to prevent MI, what is stenting could be there. But there, a pharma company smartly or over smartly should not put any material on particular stand, like with branded stand. What is this stand about? Or what is this lipid lowering drug about with brand name? So suppose it is put there, anything is put which is meant for doctor, but they are living in the open area, in the reception or in the waiting area, the patient can see it. So it is called um, illegal or like unethical promotion of the drugs. So prescription only drugs are meant, all communication is meant for the doctors only. So either directly or indirectly, do not try to even create awareness about brand names in the public's mind. So that's totally no. Another example is uh, about um, IPIL or Otrivin. Even IPIL was the advertisement was allowed by even regulatory authority for a couple of days, and it was immediately very harshly spoken by all gynecologists, all healthcare professionals from India that is going to harm public if you if you allow this kind of exercise on TV or media, and it was immediately taken back by regulatory authority. Sometimes authority also do something uh, uh, with some limited information, but then it was immediately taken back. Sometime back, Otrimin was banned as a OTC. So this kind of things happen. So companies sometimes either directly without approval, or sometimes they try to find some loopholes in some regulatory guidance, and then they act over smart, but which it should not be done. On long term, um, it's a trust loss to the patients, trust loss for the company over long term. So whatever is meant for doctors, keep it for doctors only. Don't try to influence other ways. Now, as I talked about, now companies use iPad and many things. That also does not mean that the content which you have mentioned here should not be there. Either in print form or AV form, uh, everything is similar. You have to mention everything. Like whenever they require printed copy, everything, the company should provide. Uh, so it's not that I'm not leaving anything to doctor's cabin. Let me put anything in my AV, and I'm not leaving any proof behind in the doctor's cabin what I talk to the doctor. Like I'm telling that it's 98% superior than other drug. It has 0% side effects, and I'm not leaving anything to the doctors in the doctor's cabin. So I'm safe. It doesn't matter. Doctors have camera. Doctors have in OPD practice they have cameras. Everywhere is camera. Even doctor tell that the last time or company X representative told me this way. That's also then company can be sued. So whatever is even shown in AV or even verbally, everything should be supported with printed material whenever asked about. So this was about UCPMP. The major things relevant to medical review of promotional material. Now I talked about World Health Assembly. It was done in last century. So again, they also defined certain criteria. Promotion refers to all information and activities. Same thing UCBMP has adopted. So it was in last century, but UCBMP in 2024, same thing they have mentioned. What is promotion? Active promotion within a country should take place only with respect to drugs legally available in the country. So always keep in mind our country regulations, our country marketing approvals. What is happening in other country, we are not responsible for that. If we want to do anything which is happening in other country, again there are ways. Contact Indian regulatory authority first, and then you change your practices. This we have covered, but I'm just telling you. So whenever you want to go in detail, one is UCPMP, other things are there in World Health Assembly guidance. So active promotion within a country should take place. Okay, I have you covered. Scientific data in public domain should be made available to prescribers and any other person entitled to receive it on request. Very important. Promotion in the form of financial or material benefits should not be offered to sought by healthcare practitioners. So cash practices have been totally abandoned. Everything is auditable. Even you cannot. So UCPMP also talks about when a company can give money under certain agreement, like he's a part of researcher, he's a part of advisory board, he's a speaker at any meeting, then company can give for his or her expert guidance. Company cannot give money with a commitment from doctor. The doctor, I'm giving you 50,000 rupees. You give me 5 lakh rupees business in next month. It's never allowed no longer. Even company is offering it, company is in trouble. If doctor is accepting this kind of thing, doctor is also in trouble. So promotion in the form of financial or material benefits never should be offered, and it's a punishable offense. So advertisement in the all forms of physician and health related professionals. So it should be consistent with the approved scientific data sheet for the concerned drug. Some countries require advertisements should contain full product information, and some countries require minimum information. So again, your country, finally, what is given by your country agreed authority, you have to follow it. Whatever standards they have set in our country, it is UCPMP. So that we have to follow. Similarly, UCPMP had some certain criteria what to be mentioned. Here it is there again: name of active ingredient, brand name, content of active ingredient, name of other ingredient known to cause problems. Suppose lactose is there, so you mention product contains lactose. Approved therapeutic use, that's indication, dosage form or regimen. Side effects, major adverse drug reactions, precautions, contraindications, black box warnings, interactions, name and address of manufacturer. Practically, it's not possible. As I told you, companies display minimum things, which doctor also wants to know. In general, 99% doctor wants to know only certain things. And then there is ABPI or there is a link, but it should be there. And then immediately if the click is there, everything should be open. This all things should open up. So this is the, and while reviewing the material, we have to ensure that these are there, available. Now, so this was about now VA, where you are claiming that this drug is working this way and so on. Now you just want certain brand reminders. Some materials are there where you just want a doctor, just you want a doctor to remember the brand name. So where advertisement are permitted without claims, reminder advertisement, they ought to include at least brand name, that is generic name, and name of each active ingredient, and the name and address of manufacturer. It's very important. Again, so whenever you are not making any claim or indication also, but bare minimum, when you are mentioning brand name, so generic name should be there, API should be there, and who is marketing that product should be there for sure. So it's not that I am branding, say, Coca-Cola. So if I only write Coca-Cola, it's not permittable. A famous drug brand name. So I'll not say any brand name, it will be biased, but yeah, so only brand name is not permitted, even in brand reminders. These all information should be there. Now, advertisement in all forms of the general public. So in general, a company can do patient awareness material either on Instagram, YouTube, on company website, in printed material. But again, there no brand name of the product should be there. Company can put its company name and in its issued in public interest by XYZ company, that they can write, but no brand name should be there. Even in cardiology, some awareness is being happening, obesity is happening, but no brand name of the product to be mentioned anywhere when the information is going to the public for RMP drug to be approved, to be prescribed by only RMP. And in OTC drug, also the limited information should be available when there is some advertisement, and it should not influence that you take this drug. Even though it's OTC, it doesn't mean that people should be encouraged to take the drug. It is there only when they require. Otherwise, no undue influence on to increase the sales, and you motivate the people to take the drug even without need. So all this information is given. The following list serves as illustration of the type of information advertisement to general public should contain. So suppose OTC drug. So this is based on World Health Assembly. UCPMP has not put guidance so far about OTC to the best of my knowledge. So name of the active ingredient, or generic name, brand name, major indication for use. Like some antihistaminics are available, paracetamol is available on OTC base, major indication for use, major precautions, contraindications, name and address for manufacturer. So for OTC drugs, there's a general guidance, guiding list. This should be available when you are reviewing the literature. Yeah. Now we come to few examples. So again, I have taken this from web only. I just type up something and this came up. So first disclaimer, I don't know whether it is up to date or it was final literature. So let's be clear. Found from web. I don't say this is true or wrong or and why this page I have taken. There is no conflict of interest. Whatever I found from internet, I have just taken it. Treat as example, hypothetical, and learning purpose only. So friends, you can unmute or you can type in chat box what it's contain, what it doesn't contain. So we discuss. Suppose you have been given a task in your company, in your role, or you are appearing for interview, and they've asked you to review this literature. So I have done that half an hour back. You can do. You can think about it. I also might have missed something, but you can try. AVPI not given, right, Dr. Ankita? Totally agree.
The words like prompt relief from the pain. Prompt is actually something like that,
Right.
instant,
Okay.
instant relief, which cannot be understandable.
Okay.
Apart from that, references are missing. The claims
Right.
from there where they have taken
Right.
references as well as the numbering and all. As said, yes, gold standard. Like that is, I think so. That is a tagline. So
Mhm.
that might be the marketing promotion.
Right.
Regulatory point of view, whether this gel is registered or not, trademark is missing.
Right. Now, Ankita has also written ABPI, manufacturer not given, Dimpy. Yes, Dr. Dimpy, right. Dr. Sally, right. Gold standard not mentioned. Brand name contains indications given, references, marketer's name, dosage not given, trademark not given. Right, Dr. Sangam. Okay. So few things I observed. So generic name details, route, dosage form. So gel can be applied multiple way. So that I have no generic name. Totally, we don't know. It's total generic name or not. I doubt it's total generic name. Dosage, like how many times to apply, we don't know. Whenever the material was, so is it gold standard? Sometimes so it's a gray area now. I would say gold standard kind of phrase to be used. But suppose they have written gold standard, but in terms of what, it has multiple meaning. So it was maybe this kind of formulation was first line therapy at that, or there was a consensus of international doctors or Indian doctors, and they told it's a gold standard, but it was there maybe at that time, but currently, or ever it was, or it's just a marketing phrase. It was never a gold standard, it was marketing phrase. ABPI, references, disclaimer. So always it's a OTC or for the use of RMP. When this was prepared, date is missing. Some of you have written trademark and so on. So these few example things. So whenever you see brand name, generic name in complete way, root if because gel is written, you can use gel orally or skin or rectally. So there are certain so that should be by textbook meanings. It should many things should be there. Um, References should be there. Disclaimer, ABPI, the date of preparation should be there. This material, yeah. So few examples. Indication also. Uh, Here you have written something. Yeah. So yeah. I think we have covered. So again, to recollect, name of the drug, generic name, brand name, active ingredient, uh, anything which is known to cause problems should be highlighted. Approved therapeutic use should be mentioned. Dosage form. Again, other thing is, I don't know whether I have covered it ahead or not. So indication statement should be exactly as per the DCGI CDSCO committee. It's suppose it is worded differently in other country, you can't promote in that way. Whatever exact indication has been given by Indian Regulatory Authority, you should put it um, exactly as it is. Precautions, contraindications, major interactions. So this is your one checklist. The major checklist is UCPMP. Accordingly, you check it out. Some objectionable words, complete guarantee. In general, best of best. Sometimes they use improve life, sugar-free, safe drug, no side effects, uh, proprietary logo of guidelines, associations. You are quoting any guideline and it your drug or the drug class is featuring in that guideline. But when you're quoting that guideline, you cannot exactly use that copyright logo. You can just mention the guideline name or you can use it otherwise. But you cannot use anything trademark of any other company or any other associations guideline committee in your promotional material without their permission. So these kind of things you watch out while you review. Font size of generic and brand name, like whether the ratio of brand generic name should be 3:1. Uh, so, okay, Dr. Ankita, it is there for packaging material, carton, foil. It is very much there. And that part is usually taken care by regulatory. So because all kind of material will go, all kind of product material in terms of packaging, it will go multi-layer review. In terms of VA, UCPMP has not given any guidance on font size. MNCs do have guidance. Exit guidance, I would not say. It could be company specific. But in India, there is no guidance on font size on promotional material literature. At least it should be readable. Like many times you go to conference, bottom part is not at all visible, and that's not the right practice. So that's again misreading or half information. So Dr. Ankit, I hope I answered. UCPMP does not give criteria, but all packaging material, the label of the foil or the blister font size for brand name, generic name, or any font size, certain minimum should be there. It is there. For visual aids promotional material, there is no guidance of ratios. It should be visible, clearly visible to the naked eye. Now, same thing, let some of these things see how you can use it or how it can be used. So if you want to use no side effects or something like that, so no excess side effect compared to placebo or drug Y. So that way you can put it. Suppose your marketing team wants to highlight safety, no side effects, totally no. We can't say never, ever. Even you are just doing first job, first review, no side effect, don't accept this kind of things, even though you are doing first time. So no excess side effects over placebo or other drug. 99% cure rate if it's antibiotic or something against that species. Uh, Prolonged progression-free survival, less GI side effects. So again, safe drug is not allowed. Safety in terms of what? So less GI side effect compared to drug X or compared to other formulation that you need to write. Improve life, no. Reduction in risk of mortality and substantiate that with the data. Sugar-free, again, not a good idea. No extra sugar, no added sugar you can write. There are some loopholes and there are some gray areas. So wherever it is there, and these also can be taken care as gray area. So then you always talk to your superiors and come to combined decision. Some things are black and white, not allowed, and some things are in between. And then where you are, which company you are in, what your seniors are telling. Some companies have external consultant also. So there are certain scenarios uh, in medical or marketing way there are not fully sure what to do. So some companies have external consultant. So unbiased way also they would see like a third angle. I'm feeling okay, but what is the overall opinion in the market? How it will be perceived? So they do that risk benefit assessment of the communication material also, and then they come to a decision. So document it. Now, practical challenges we all feel all face. I also face it. Drug is approved for other indication in other market. USA, it is 3 indication. India is 1 indication. Now, your marketing team wants that indication to be put in your label, in your promotional material. Now we are in a soap. Some other company has already started that indication usage without approval. Now you are in pressure. One thing is that US has 3 indication, India has 1 indication, and all are sticking on 1 indication only. Now other company has started promoting another indication which is not approved in India. It is a real pressure point for you. What to do? Uh, Hurry, lack of time. Marketing team will often come to you at the last moment. यार help कर दे. देख थोड़ा ही है. मैंने देख लिया है. मेरे हेड से बात हो गई है. वी आर ओके. यार देख ले यार अप्रूव कर दे. And sometimes you are busy. You have not got enough time to review. So that's practical challenge. A very common line, like it was previously approved when you were you joined 2 years back. It was approved 3 to 5 years back. Now, why are you making um, any new changes? Why are you suggesting new changes? when it was already approved by same department. Sometimes some information is not medical purview, but being in a some company, medical has all the responsibility in reviewing promotional material. Now what to do? So these are the practical challenges. So for last point, discuss with your manager, discuss cross-functionally, document it. Previously approved from medical team. Again, you take a decision whether it is right or wrong. You talk to your colleague, marketing person, and explain him or her. Give some example. Now all companies have example of being challenged by other company or by regulatory authority. Nowadays in India, it's becoming common. Or India also is becoming common. Uh, even some doctors have been challenged by medical committee about doing some accepting some kind of payment. So all things are happening in India. Also, India is also becoming stricter. So you talk to your colleagues about possible risk, even though it was approved by medical team, by in a hurry or by in a hurry or by at that time the knowledge was different and now the guidelines are telling differently. So resolve it mutually. And don't be in a pressure. There is never a world ending. How much is the pressure is there? How much is the marketing person is a friend and he tells that I'll handle it whenever some problem happens. I will handle it. Don't fall for it. So this is what brand reminder cards we were discussing. Here they have written in the service of physician. Again, it's just example. Nothing about why this. Why this I picked up. It was available online freely and immediately. So company name I am not able to say. Route, most of the time route is not available. Which route it is there? For main, what use it is there, it's not there. So it can be questionable. Even though the brand name is only there, you should have uh, generic name, brand name and address of the manufacturer or distributor. That should be minimum there. Whenever you have time, I think it's very nice thing which even in globally, there was a case on digital claim. That was case. Let's see if we can go through it. So few takeaways. Remember and follow UCPMP 2024 or further updates whenever it's coming. Remember and follow your company SOP. So that is there and that so both should be followed. Something your company is doing, but it is not covered in, it is against UCPMP. So you have a doubt, speak up and ask clarity. There would be gray areas. I have many gray areas now also. Discuss, document everything, and then take it ahead. Do not be in a hurry. Hurry are often man-made. There is never a hurry from company point of view. Even sometimes a very big head will tell that ekdam emergency kar do. But if you are not in confident, hold it with confidence of your manager. So these are the things. Let's try to go through this example. Why it's not opening? So system is hanged. So I think we can. Okay. My system, my PPT is not working. So I'm stopping the share and we can have some Q&A. If it starts again, I'll let you know. But now we are open for Q&A and my today's session has been covered. My topic has been covered, content has been covered.
Doctor, as you said that we cannot on the promotional material, the visual aids or something, we cannot use the logo of certain regulatory bodies. I mean, regarding the any, for example, if Indian Association of Pediatrician or American Association of Diabetics, so
Right.
that logo. So, but what I have seen that many of the companies use that on the promotional material. That this is the guideline has been set by, and they use that.
Yeah, I acknowledge even international body guideline logo is being used, but it is not ideal. So it is not to be used. You can use the like ADA tells this thing, Indian Association of Pediatrics, in this guideline or in this consensus, you can quote them. But the logo ideally should not be used. So you can put your differences and then go ahead. Well, that's what I talked about. So certain areas are, it is, for me, it is no, it should not be used in promotional material. But then you discuss it out and you put a, that I think it's not aligned to the UCPMP, but then you document that the manager is aligned and all. Go ahead, document it.
Any
That's very
other
important.
guideline apart from UCPMP that we need to learn or check about?
All global MNCs have that guidelines. Just now I said about World Health Assembly guidance.
Could you
In
repeat it
London,
once again? It is
World Health Assembly guideline.
okay.
I'll try to put a link. Okay. Then
Okay.
I was talking about in London, they have their own guidance. So there are country-specific guidance. There are company-specific guidance. Whenever big shots are working in India, big MNCs, they have all standard their SOP while doing medical review of promotional material that you follow. Indian companies also have some guidance. So country and your company, minimum these two should be followed.
Okay.
My system is not working at all, so sorry for that. Hopefully Zoom is working.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Sir, earlier in this presentation, you said about those promotional claims by using certain words like sugar-free and complete cure safe, no side effects, all those things. I can understand all other things, but I would like to be more clear about sugar-free, sir. If the product does not contain any sugars or anything related to sugars,
Then
in
yeah, you are right. No, I was quoting one example. One practical thing happened in certain company. So what they had written, the API itself. So there were two products in the market, one by that company, one by other company, and they found that they are not using any sugar in excipient or any other way, but the product itself was contained sugar, some kind of sugar. So sugar free, you cannot write sugar free for your company also. What they want, and it was challenged by other company. The other company had some artificial flavor or some excipient which had some little sugar. So this company started telling that it's sugar free, but basically your active ingredient had some sugar. So you're right, sugar free you can write if there is no sugar at all in any way. So I got your point of view and thanks for pointing it out. But I was preparing this thing and I remembered that example. So you can write no added sugar or no extra sugar other than what is there in main ingredient. I hope that's clear, Abhi.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Understood. Yes.
Yeah. So that was learning for those people also, my friends, when they faced it, because sometimes marketing team or other functions will put you to make that point in your VA, and sometimes you give it. Okay, let's see and take it forward. What happens? But then it was challenged by the other company. Uh, so yeah.
Good evening, sir. I
Good
have
evening.
one question.
Yeah.
Sir, as you said that we should focus on our company's product only, and we should not focus on what others are marketing and all. But if as a competitor company, I find that the other company is promoting something which should not be promoted, like should I like challenge it to the regulatory bodies, or what can I do? Like if it is, if it's something I found.
Uh, so first you find, so first you make sure that it is not uh, it is it is uh, no or gray area. First you also decide, and and also you talk to your manager and identify you two. It's a gray area or it's a no. If it's a gray area, then it is value addition. You talk to your manager, have complete details, who is doing what is doing, in which way they are doing. Talk to your marketing, and also sometimes you can be proactively positive or value additional to your team. If it's no fun in going ahead, or even then you can talk to your you have legal team also, you have communication team also, corporate communication team. So that kind of communication will be done by your medical head. This sensitive or this kind of information. Suppose you want to stop other company doing it, so you let them know, and your corporate communication uh, team can either write to that company or the regulatory authority. So UCPMP has written complaint and section also, how to raise a complaint about anything. They have put it. So don't at so it should be medical head, marketing head, corporate communications head, legal head, compliance head. Whenever they want to make anything official communication, let them do it. You do all the background work, uh, and then you uh, so that's what my message is. Yeah, it's sometimes it can be helpful also. Suppose it's a gray area, and eventually your work is to highlight the point, what is being done, and the evidence, totality of the evidence available globally or in India, and why we are not able to use. What if we can use? These are the pros. Why we cannot use? These are the things which are preventing us from use. But the other company is doing. Let's discuss it out now mutually. What will happen if we use and somebody makes a problem, and what we are losing out if we are not using. So it's a complete in-depth discussion um, amongst your and leaders, and then you go ahead.
Got it, sir. Thank you for this
Yeah,
information.
yeah. It can be, as I tell you, it can be good uh, proactive value addition also. Some, if it's a gray area, and if company is ready to take that communication uh, in your product, it's a value addition. But don't go and also don't be jump out in telling marketing that let's stop immediately by other company, let's write them. Go step by step.
Sir, I wanted to ask, in case of promotional material, which is especially directed towards public, like public information material, in the form of a poster, uh, should we use brand name? Or
Never.
I have
No.
also come across posters which say from the makers of, and the brand name is given
So
below the poster.
if it's poster for public, no brand name.
Okay,
Clear.
sir. Okay, sir.
Clear. So okay, now I can share some screen. I had made something, but again, this is just an example. Um, I hope it would be readable. So a misleading claim was placed at the top of some company web page. The claim could be located at the Trevor Trust one product. So Trevor is a patient name, they used it. But uh, the complaint was made, and usually complaints are, sometimes company will not directly complain. They will ask doctors to write letters. And this was in other market. So there was no data or evidence around patients trusting trilogy. In India, it's often happens, often will happen, they're trusted by patients. But if you don't have patient support, patient data, or patient studies that you have taken feedback from thousands of patients, you have published the data, and then you can tell that patients are trusting one product, like patient preferred this formulation, something like that. So globally also, this kind of thing was missed by one company, like Trust Trilogy. The complainant asked, where is the data that patients are trusting that product? Again, I'm telling you, disclaimer, any company name, any brand name, just for example, and it's public domain. And that does not mean that I'm picking up something deliberately. So in India, it often happens that trusted by patients, trusted by physicians, but you don't have data to be backed up immediately, or so yeah, you are in a you can be in question, and it's wrong. Now there was even a dog was mentioned in photo. They had used a dog also, even if the claim was in relation to the dog, with the same image opposite the claim. the claim was misleading as there was no evidence of animals trusting that product. So variety of claim would be variety of things would be generated to bring down one product claim or to lower the brand image of the company in people's mind that this company is falsely promoting something, and it's happening at very big company level also. So we are in India we are nowhere because they have already undergone multiple reviews of different angles. Then also some mistakes happen. Trust was such a strong word to use, especially when there are no studies looking at patient trust of product as a primary endpoint. So why are you telling that trusted by patient, something like that? That kind of question also can come. Now, so there are 5-6 claim, 5-6 instances with that one product only on in the web page. Okay, these are based on web page. So there are some web page allowed on product brand name. In India, it's not allowed, and all complaint happen was only on based on the multiple things mentioned on the and that product brand name name. It was very interesting case. Uh, uh, and then they did root cause analysis, and they have to publish also what is their perspective of putting all these things, and they admitted certain place that it was missed by them or their intention was different. So eventually they'll also not accept that it was totally missed, but they'll frame some legal response, good response, with asking some good attorneys and all, and good compliance officer, and they'll make some total response to the things. And still, sometime regulatory authority can punish them financially, or they can stop sell for 1 month or something like that. And all this, uh, and there was a panel ruling. The panel noted the promotional page at issue appeared to the homepage of some website. Uh, um, So panel then, and the company is also given response. So a complaint is made, it doesn't mean that the company has done everything wrong. So then companies ask for the response. The panel accepted company's submission. The concept behind the campaign was do this thing, and all these things. So whenever it's interesting thing. So you can see some cases online, and it's sometimes fun also what kind of things happen. So yeah, bottom line is that we have to review any kind of material going to the doctor, going to the patient, and any promotional claim, any promotional material from A to Z, you go through it. Uh, and whenever gray area is there, document it and have a mutual decision on those points. It's very important thing. It's part and parcel of medical affairs job, and very critical job. Sometimes you don't develop a good relationship with KOL, that is accepted, but a major or even though minor in your mind, minor in your marketing person mind, is minor problem है जाने देते हैं, but how it would be taken up by regulatory authority or by competitors, and it can put you in a legal trouble. So reviewing is very critical, and follow UCPMP, follow your company guidance. So yeah, that's all from my end for today's session. I hope the session was useful to an extent. You can say yes, no, or moderate. You can type or just chat it. Yeah, thanks, Alina. Thanks, Dr. Sally. Thanks, Dr. Ankita. Thanks, Dr. Sangam. Thanks, Shreyans. And yeah, see you soon and happy Sunday. I was planning to end by 6 p.m. 2-3 minutes I also took due to some disturbance. And thank you, everyone. But I eventually we had to spend some time. Yeah. Okay. Clean Med Curio. I'm done for today. We can end.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for the session today, sir.
Yeah. And thanks all the participants. And thanks to
Thank
you,
you, everyone.
Samriddhi, Clean Med Curio. Thank you. See you.